We're live. Go ahead.
Oh,
Your turn.
hey guys, it's Friday night. Oh my God, it's been a month and I don't know what I'm doing. Everything. I even forgot what time I was supposed to be here. But you're watching Sizzle This with me, Michael, and Christy. And our special guest tonight is Miss Beautiful Alicia.
She's celebrating 2 years today.
2 years today. Wow. I mean, where'd the time go?
I don't know. It went so fast.
Well, first, let's say that Michael's broadcasting live from Walmart's parking lot. So just so you're wondering that, you know, he had to go shopping while he talked to us. So he's waiting for the wifey, and then... So if he disappears, we know why.
That's right. I got sucked back into the Walmart vortex again.
Oh, gosh.
You know, hey, it's Michael, so no telling what's going to happen.
All right, so
that's a scary thought. I don't even want to think about that.
Well, Lisa, what have you been up to? Let's tell everybody in, because I know nobody's known what you've been up to the past couple of weeks. So.
Well, you know, like I said, today's my 2-year surgery, and I had my, I guess it's a medial thigh lift, so, you know, basically, I know I've had some people say, well, what's that? It's a thigh lift. You know, well, really, they removed some of the skin that was causing me a lot of issues with lymphedema and with just rashes and stuff. So they removed like 15 pounds, and that was I think like 8 days ago, something like that. So yeah, it's been a week.
Why didn't I know about this? You had a thigh lift?
You know, and I think it was the day before or a couple days before Michael called me, and he's like, what? You're having a thigh? What? And I was like, I wasn't in the mood. Like, I was in a bad mood that day, and I looked at him like, and I feel like Michael knows that the woman's look, like, don't fuck with me look, because he was like, okay, I gotta go, I got a delivery, I gotta go. I was like, he's like, I'll call you right back, and he never called me back, and I was like, he knows.
I know. You know, but I had been messing with you for like the whole month. Like, you have a countdown? You haven't, what? You having a surgery?
He was driving me crazy with that. So, but yeah, I had my surgery a week ago, a little over a week ago, and it took forever. You know, when I was in there waiting, I had to wait forever because, of course, you know, when there's people before you that have surgery, you gotta wait. But I finally had my surgery, and you know, the pain hasn't been too bad. It's been, you know, I've been on some good drugs, so that always helps. And for the most part, you know, I'm able to move pretty good. There hasn't been, I haven't had any issues with it. So, you know,
you look fantastic.
She does. She looks really good.
You look really good for someone who just had, you know, major surgery a week ago.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Well, I feel, you know, I have a hard time just sitting and not doing. So I guess that's the part that's driving me crazy, is like sitting or laying all day. And I'm like, I can't do it anymore. You know, I can't do it anymore. Not driving for, like, I drive every day, and so not driving for over a week now is driving me nuts, you know, and having to ask people, like, can you drive me here? Can you drive me? I know, right? But it's been good. I mean, I've gotten help here. You know, Chris and Jordan helped me. But I do a lot of things on my own now because I just have a hard time asking people all the time to help me.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, don't overdo it.
Oh no, I know. But I think that's a big thing from, you know, from the last 2 years, like from having surgery, that there's just so much more that I do for myself than I used to. So.
Right.
But
You celebrated a birthday too, correct?
I did. 2 weeks ago, I had a birthday, and yeah, 41, and yeah.
You don't look a day over 30, sweetie.
I know. No, it's funny because people don't believe sometimes I'm 41. I'm like, I am. You know.
You're only 41? I thought you were at least 45.
You're so mean. Michael's such an ass, just so y'all know.
Just give him that look again, ladies. Just give him that look again. There you go. There's that look. Mm-hmm.
That ain't gonna help you. That ain't gonna help you. You may be giving Monkey that look and shit, but that ain't gonna help me. Nope. Not gonna work.
Well, we know what you've been up to, Alicia. What have you been up to, Christy? In this month that we've been off.
I had surgery. I'm going on my 2nd month. On the 11th will be 2 months I've been out, and we're moving. So a lot of stress with the move and a stupid landlord that's being a complete
dick.
Yeah, a dick, a pain in the ass, pretty much.
Are you sure you know where you're moving this week, or is it changed again this week? Because if you guys have been watching Christy on Facebook, like, I swear it changes every week. So are you sure this time?
It's not my fault. See, our plans were to go to Texas first. That's where our plans were. And that didn't go through because Garrett was like, well, there's no seasons changing there. So it's going to be like Florida all the time. And he was scared that, you know, we wouldn't be able to afford the cost of living out there and stuff. So our original goal before all this even talk of move was to go back to Ohio, because that's where Sissy's doctors are and stuff like that, and the medical is just a lot better up there. So that is the final destination is Ohio, but we did get a place in Virginia, and we'll be there for temporary, not permanent. So we're just waiting for his 401k to be cashed in from his job that he's leaving, and then we'll find a place out there. But,
401k.
Yeah, I said 401k.
You said 401k. It's
401k.
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 Sorry. But other than that, that's what's been going on, is just dealing with this stupid landlord harassing me, and the packing, and a 2-year-old that is just literally on my last nerve, you know, so. And now he's sick, and now the baby's sick too on top of that, so it's been a hell of a week for me, I tell you.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, so. And what about you, Michael? What's been going on with you?
Well, let's see. I had an awesome birthday last Friday. Christy made an awesome video, and I got lots of birthday love. Let me plug my phone in before it dies. I actually just recently moved over the past weekend, just like 5 to 10 miles down the road from where we are now. Started a new job. So yeah, lots of big life changes. Actually got on the scale this morning and hit my lowest weight ever of 177.
Wow.
Which I'm not exactly happy with. I was very happy with being around 185, so I'm a little down from where I want to be. I wanted to maintain between 185 and 195, and I'm down to 187.
Eat some cheesecake.
I need to eat some cheesecake and some lemon Oreo cookies. But I'm pretty sure a lot of it is stress related. I might be a little dehydrated, so I'm not freaking out about it.
Right.
But I have noticed losing again over the past month, just a little bit. So
losing what, Michael?
When we went off,
losing what, Michael?
I don't know. Okay, I lost my pants.
Pants, Michael?
Yeah,
I lost
his britches.
Okay. I wear a size 30 jeans, and we were out shopping, and I didn't have a belt on, and they just fell right off my ass. Or lack of ass, one.
And someone just happened to be there to snap it, or what?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was a picture. My wife took a picture. It's on Facebook. I posted it on Facebook. So, I mean, the 29s don't fit. They're too snug, but 30s in that brand seem to be a little big. So I just need to go buy me another belt because my belt don't fit either. So, oh, yeah, I got to help her load the car now. We're doing this all live. So,
well, if Michael's not losing his keys, locking it out of the truck, he's losing his britches, so, or passing out in the yard drunk, right?
Exactly. It's just a regular old day with Michael.
And Michael's hosting his first meet and greet out there, too, next weekend.
Yes. Next weekend, the Texas meet and greet. Friday night, we will be at Main Event. And then Saturday, we're going to drive on down to Galveston and spend the day at the beach and in the historical district shopping. And see, look, I'm a guy and I can multitask. I'm talking and unloading the truck at the unloading.
While you can't talk and do that,
yeah, and it can't talk, so you know.
While you're making everyone dizzy, just saying.
Yeah, so I mean, just bear with me, guys.
Well, anyways, our topic tonight is what the doctors don't tell us after surgery that we find out on our own. And we're going to go ahead and let Alicia go first since this is her special day. So what did you learn after having weight loss surgery that the doctors didn't tell you?
Well, let me just say let me go like back since it has been 2 years today. Let me just say, you know, in the last 2 years, like I wouldn't even expect that my life has turned out the way it has. I mean, when, you know, I had someone ask me a question yesterday just saying, you know, would you even expect that you would be where you're at, you know, today and stuff, and you know, I didn't know what to expect when I had surgery. You know, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know. All I knew was that I was doing this to save my life. You know, the doctors, I mean, the doctors are there to help you up to the point where you have surgery, I think. But then afterward, they're not there. I mean, they're really not going to be there to hold your hand. Like, it's something that, you know, you have to do for you, you know. But I think the one thing that people don't realize is that when you have surgery, you can go like months or whatever down the line, years, you can go down and eat the same way that you ate before, you know. You can, your addiction to food, it isn't, you know, it isn't switched off. Like, you still have that addiction to food. You still have that, that inside of you that wants to, you know, and so you have to learn how to eat a different way, because you can turn around and eat exactly the way you were before, you know. And one thing that I found out from watching shows, I guess, too, because, like, I was watching My 600-Pound Life, I think it was yesterday or day before or something, and I was watching some of those shows, and, you know, it's like we tend to tell ourselves, it's okay if I just have a little bit of this or a little bit of that, but, you know, a little bit of this and a little bit of that ends up to be a lot of this and a lot of that, and before you know it, you're back at square one, and that's not where I want to be, you know. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, the doctors will get you to surgery, but it's up to you to be proactive in what you do with your health, you know? Right. So, it really is. Like, it's up to you to figure out what you need and what you need from the doctors. Like, if you need something, you have to ask them. They're not going to come and say, oh, I think that you need this. No, you have to, like, go and say, hey, I need this.
I think that's where the difference comes in between you and Michael having surgery and me having surgery, because I don't have a doctor to go to and talk to. You know, you guys still do, and you have your follow-ups. I don't. I have to find a doctor that will take me and do that. So I think that's a difference between me and you guys right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to learn to be your own advocate.
Exactly.
No matter what surgery, I mean, no matter where you have your surgery at.
Yeah.
Here in the States or in Mexico, you have to be your own advocate. I mean, you have to say, hey, this is going on. What's with it? And what I have learned is the doctors, they don't know. They don't know, that, let me back up. I'm roughly 29 months out. I'm a little over 29 months out. And the doctors, they don't know. They've never had surgery. They don't know the mind funk that you're going to be in, the emotional roller coaster of it all. I've got to order me a coffee. I need a Trenta iced coffee, 6 pumps of sugar-free caramel, and a splash of whole milk, and 1 Splenda, please.
Only on Sizzle This you will get this?
6 pumps. Yes.
Okay, so what size?
Trenta.
Okay, Trenta iced coffee, 6 pumps,
Big.
sugar-free caramel, splash of milk.
Splash of whole milk.
All right.
And 2 Splendas.
And 2 sponges. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Here's the one now.
All right. Sorry, guys. You know me and my coffee. So, I mean, they don't prepare you for what the emotional roller coaster you're going to go through afterwards.
Yeah.
They don't tell you that, you're a binge eater. Hold on, I got to pay now.
I agree, because you know what? I don't have a doctor to go to and talk to about this. I mean, even though I've added him on Facebook and he says I could contact anytime, but I think I've contacted both of you more than enough as to, like, what is going on with me? What's this? What's that? How do you deal with this? Because if it wasn't for you two and other people in the community that, I could sit there and ask these questions to, because, let me tell you, the one thing they didn't tell me about after having surgery that, they told me about the, stay away from the sugars and the sodas and this and that, and eat healthy and take your vitamins, and if you don't take your vitamins, your hair is going to fall out and you're going to be bald-headed. That's what they pretty much told me. But, they didn't tell me about the head games that I will be prepared for, the depression, or, the dehydration. They did tell me about the dehydration, but, you sit there and you think you're sipping on this all day long, but hell, I sat there and I've already been in the hospital once for dehydration because I thought I was drinking enough, and obviously I wasn't.
But
Exactly.
The thing is that I do want to say, Chrissy, you brought up, your depression and stuff like that, but I guarantee you right now, you're 2 months out, and I don't want to scare you or nothing, but I'm telling you, I don't know what it is.
Yet.
I don't know what it is, but it's like when you hit that 1 year mark, I don't know what it is with us, but a lot of people, I've seen this, when you hit that 1 year mark, your hormones go crazy, your depression, like, it's just, your hormones are just all over the place.
My hormones are already all over the place. I'm crying at Herbie the Love Bug movie, and 1 minute I'm laughing, the next minute I'm snapping at my kids or Garrett, and he's like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. It's just, it happens. It's like, I'm all over the place. 1 minute I can sit there and my body can be so drained and I haven't done nothing, and then 1 minute I have enough energy to sit there and clean 20 houses and pack 20 houses. It's like, it's so weird. And I know I'm new out of surgery, so everything's trying to level out, but I feel like I'm going crazy sometimes.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, I'm, 2.5 years out roughly, and I still have my days that I think I'm going crazy. It's like, no one told me that one day I'm going to be able to eat 1 egg, and the next day I could eat 3 at one time. I mean, they don't tell you that your sleeve can fluctuate with. I mean, I have found, and from talking with other people who's had surgery, that it does fluctuate with weather.
Yeah.
On certain days, I'm very, very tight. On other days, I'm loose.
On most days you're loose, but
he's a loosey.
I knew someone was going to say it as soon as I said it. But still, I mean, they don't tell you that because, honestly, unless you have a bariatric surgeon that has been through the bariatric process, they don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I think that they need to have, like, I know that some places do, some clinics do and stuff, but I think they need to have, like patient advocates who have been through the surgery, who have been, morbidly obese, who've gone through it, who've lost the weight, and who can really relate to what people are going through.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, I don't know about this for everybody. I can just tell my experiences. I mean, it's kind of off topic, but whatever. Support groups, local support groups, suck here.
Yeah.
I haven't even found one here. So.
They don't. I get more support from the community because they know what the hell I'm talking about. They know what's going on. I went to a support group and they just want to talk about what we can and cannot eat. They didn't want to talk about the mental struggles of it, or the fact that you're an emotional eater, and weight loss surgery is not going to fix that.
I think
or
support.
You're a binge eater, and weight loss surgery is not going to fix you're being a binge eater.
I think those support groups are good for people before they have surgery, but not necessarily after. And, Michael, you brought up one thing that I kind of want to, talk about really quick. And I know many people probably don't like to talk about this, but what drives me crazy is when people go, we have the community of people who've had weight loss surgery and stuff. And I guess it drives me a little crazy when people are like, oh, yeah, well, I had a void in my life. I needed the community, and now I don't need the community anymore, so I'm gone, and stuff. Because what drives me crazy is that, people do come in the community, make great friends, and then before you know it, they're gone because they don't need anymore. And it's like, it kind of irritates me because it's like, we've made those friendships, and then you decide you don't need anybody anymore, so you're just gone. Like, I don't know. That just, I think that, when you come into the community, if you decide that you want to be part of this community, I think, as other people help you, I think it's very important for you to help other people as well. And I know that Michael's been through, kind of, back and forth a lot of this and that, but I know for a fact from personal experience that, Michael's needed a lot of support, and Michael's also given a lot of support,
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, even being, this far out, I still need the support. I will need the support the rest of my life. I will always be, till the day I die, a weight loss surgery patient.
Yeah.
It's like someone asked me, I guess I was about 18 months out. They said, okay, well, you called goals, so you're going to lead the community. You're not a weight loss surgery patient no more. And I'm thinking, where do I go to get my stomach back?
Yeah.
Because I will always until the day I die, be a weight loss surgery patient and need and will, I'm going to say this right now, I will always need support and I will always want to give support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do not see me going anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why I have one Facebook page.
Right.
I don't have a personal page and a weight loss surgery page. For
Yeah.
one, it's a lot of work flipping back and forth. I had one for like a week, and I was like, screw this. I ain't doing it. You know?
But, I think you should be, I don't know, I guess everyone's thing is different, and everyone wants everything to be separated and stuff like that. But, and maybe, because I'm not working right now, and so, I know sometimes people's jobs can come into play with, what their Facebook is and stuff. But, I just look at it like this. I'm proud of having weight loss surgery. There's nothing to hide. If I have friends who I've been friends with for years that don't appreciate it and don't like the fact that this is my life, then, that's not really a friend to begin with. And
exactly.
I just think that when people are like, oh, I don't need I'm going to step back from the community. I don't need the community anymore. And it's like, okay, you got what you needed, and now you're just gone. And I think that that's very selfish. Like, I think that you have to give back what you receive.
Right.
And I guarantee, I mean, I've seen people come and go.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, they step their foot back in the community a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On down the road.
Yeah. I mean, it takes, sometimes, it takes you seeing that someone that's struggling that needs that 5 minutes from you. I mean, is your life so busy that you can't take 5 minutes from it? I don't know. But, I think that it's very important that we, as much as we reach out, we need to, as much as we want people to help us, we need to help others too.
Right. I agree. I wish there was more support for my family, not for family that's not living in the house, but I'm talking about family within my house, because I try to explain to them things, and they just look at you like, huh, what? And it's like, well, I don't want to buy that and have it in the house, and they're like, what? Especially when you got kids, because kids don't understand that, mom now has a small stomach and she can't eat that, and those foods that you're going to want me to buy and you're begging me for, temptations for me.
Yeah.
And I try to explain that, and it's like, it's hard. It's hard for a kid that I was raising, kids I was raising that are used to, I would get them this stuff because that's what we ate, the bad shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that also goes into play now, where you try to make healthier choices for your children.
And I'm trying to do that, but you have a husband that is like a junk food junkie and still, brings home his sodas because he's a grown man. He buys his stuff that he wants to buy, and it's hard because I see the sodas, or I see the chips, or I see the cookies, or hell, since I've been out of surgery, I've been to 3 parties, 2 birthday parties and a cookout, and that was hard. Let me tell you, because I didn't eat no cake, and it was very picky of what I had to eat, and it was just like, God, what the hell do I do?
Have you had cake since surgery?
I had a little piece the other night. We brought home a cupcake, and I had a piece like this big, and it scared me to death because nothing happened, and I was so scared. I'm like, oh my God. I threw it away. I literally took that piece off, ate it, and I just threw it away because I was like, oh, hell no, because it went down okay. I didn't have no problems. I didn't get sick. Hide that fucking cake out of my house because I'm going to go ham on it, and no, it scared the shit out of me.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. When you start, I always tell people, like, don't even start. Don't even take that first bite, that second bite. Because, even if it's like a little bite turns into a big bite and turns into the whole thing,
Yeah. Well, see, I don't know how to deal with this because this is Mother Nature was here, so this was my first temptation, and when that usually hit, I went towards sweets, and it's like, now what the hell do I do, because I'm craving it like crazy. I want it, and I'm like, oh, what do I need to sit there and feel that void?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's been my problem, and it's funny because before I had surgery, I was on that scale all the time. You know, I was always weighing myself, and then after surgery, I don't even want to go near that scale. That's the weirdest thing about this. I thought I would want to be on that scale all the time, and I get on there once a month and sit there and weigh myself. That's it, and it's like, I don't even care. They were asking me at the graduation party yesterday, come on, get on the scale, and you know, they eventually talked me into it, because like, oh, if I do it, you do it, you know. But it was just that's one funny thing. I just don't want to get on the scale.
The scale for me helps me keep track of my you know, it helps me to not go back. You know, for me at this point.
That to you. The clothes do that to me, because I have a crap load of clothes that I could finally get into now, and they're not. I don't have to lay across the bed and jiggle my thighs and stomach inside and try to buckle the buckle and zipper. They actually go up, and it's like, that's what's motivating me is the clothes. It ain't the scale, because I can see the scale. If I get on that scale, I'm gonna see it go up and down, up and down, up and down, back and forth, and then it's gonna make my head even go 10 times worse what it is already now.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, I got a question for you, Alicia. You put it out there that you were going to make a video. You might have already done it. I haven't been on YouTube in a couple of days. Because of your 2-year surge anniversary, you're asking people for questions.
Yeah.
I have a question that I was going to ask you live tonight.
Yeah.
What could you have done different to further your progress from where you're at right now? What could you have done different over the 2 years?
Yeah, there's, you know, the one thing that I find that has been the hardest for me is the food, is choices in food. You know, there's some times where I don't track. I guess tracking, making sure that I'm tracking is one thing that I would have, because at the beginning I was tracking all the time, and then I just stopped tracking, and then now it's like once in a while, not all the time. Like, you know, I'll track 1 or 2 days, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm fine, I can do this, it's fine, you know, and stuff. And then the other thing that's really frustrating for me is that I can't say I never dump, but I rarely ever. I think I've only dumped a couple of times in 2 years. So that's a really hard thing, because I don't dump from sweets. Sweets don't bother me. And so it's really hard. You know, it's really hard not to dump and stuff. So, like, for me, I guess sometimes I eat the wrong foods. You know, sometimes I eat crap. I eat junk food, and knowing I shouldn't eat it, but I have that addiction. So, you know, I think that, like, if I wouldn't have never took that first or second or third bite, I wouldn't have, you know, maybe I would have got farther than where I'm at. I don't know.
What about you, Michael? I know you like your sweets too.
Oh, I think he froze. Yeah, I think he froze.
He's frozen, looking outside his car. I know, for me, that scared me when I had that cake. Because I knew if I had that cake, because I didn't get no reaction from it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we're not the only ones that sat there and do this. I mean, I saw pictures all over Facebook today of people eating donuts like crazy because it was free donut day. So, you know, and it's like, but it scares me.
I saw people who were like, oh, I need a donut. Someone bring me a donut. And I'm like, I don't care about a donut. You know, I'm like, and don't get me wrong. Like, I know that people always tease me and like, oh, me and my cheesecake, but you know, I really don't. That I really don't have a like now. Like when you haven't had something for a long time, and then you take the couple bites, and it's like really good, and then it's like, but I really don't have like a want or desire for stuff, you know, for that
Yeah.
and stuff, you know.
I don't think I have the desire either, but if I see somebody else or if I see a commercial or something, it plays with my head. It's like a soda
Yeah.
commercial.
So
Soda
that's
was
what,
yeah, soda was my weakness. Soda was like my, you know, third foot, it seemed like, because I lived off of it. So it's like to try to have soda, it's like that would be, you know, if I could sit there and do this and drink soda, hell yeah, I would do it. But I can't. I know what it would do to me. So
yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, and that's what with me, like I see, or someone might mention pizza, or like pizza's my biggest weakness. It always has been. You know, they'll mention pizza, or they'll mention, you know, French fries or something like that, and it does. It stays in my head, and then I'll be out doing something, and I'll be like, ooh, that sounds really good, and I'm insistent that I need to get that, you know.
right, yeah, I'm the same way too. Michael, are you like that? Do things trigger you for sweets and stuff?
Stress.
Stress?
Yeah, it's like I'll tell you, I've been stressed for 6 months, and but it's weird for me because when I'm stressed, especially, you know, with this move and everything, I've lost weight, but I've eaten like shit. I'll tell you right now, on Sunday, I did not, because I didn't feel good. I'm still dealing with this dizziness and crap. I did not help move. I stayed home and I watched the grandbaby. Well, we sat there, and between me and her, we ate a whole pack of Oreos throughout the day. Lemon Oreos. She probably ate 10, and I ate the rest of the pack.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was mindfully. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't really know what I was doing. I just shoveled in one right after another. And I find that sweets are a slider. They go straight through me.
Yeah.
And they go in easy. They go in too easy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Mine's not stress, mine's boredom, because since I've had surgery, my sleeping has been completely weird. I mean, I can sit there and stay awake all night long, and then, you know, some days I'll sit there and stay awake up all night, and then I'll go to bed at 7 o'clock in the morning before the kids were out of school. I would go to bed after they went to school. Me and Monkey would sit there and lay there and watch TV, and I would sleep until they got home from school at 2 o'clock. I mean, if she slept, I slept. I'm not saying that, you know, she ran the house and I was sleeping, but, you know, or if Garrett was home, he would take care of the baby and I would get to sleep in. But my sleeping has been all crazy, and if I'm bored, I find something to do. And the first place I go to is the damn kitchen. It never fails. It's just old habits, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I mean, I know. I mean, I'm not really a boredom eater because, you know, I still don't get hungry, and I have to remind myself to eat, which, you know, is weird to me, you know, because I just knew my hunger was going to come back. After talking to people
Right.
and other people's hunger came back, I just thought my hunger was going to come back.
Yeah.
So,
I've been there too. I've
and it
called you
hasn't.
a couple times saying that I haven't eaten in 2 days, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's how it was when I first had surgery. But I did not know I was going to be like that 2.5 years out. I do not know hardly anyone that is this far out there that still don't get hungry.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And another problem I'm having is this constipation thing, you know? When's this gonna stop?
About a year.
I'm going crazy. It's like I don't know. You know, it's like is this wasn't normal before surgery, and now I'm like, I know I've talked to you, Michael, about this on a personal level. I'm like, is this normal? And Alicia, I know I've talked to you. Like, it's been 8 days. What?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you, you will get regular again. I'm regular. I mean, it's a different regular. You know, before surgery, I was going at least 2, maybe 3 times a day.
yeah,
You know, pottying. But now, you know, I've learned that my new regular is, you know, every other day.
yeah. See, I'm not used to that because I had my gallbladder surgery out in '93. So foods that weren't supposed to eat after you had gallbladder surgery were just like
We're done.
going through. So it's like it was okay. I was like, all right. I was using the bathroom every day, and now it's like,
Yeah.
I'm lucky if I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't prepare you for that.
No, the
They
doctor
don't tell you that you're going to have constipation.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is because, from what I have learned for myself, it's the high protein diet.
Yeah.
See, I hate taking stool softener, and it's like I refuse to. I really refuse to. So, in the hospital, when I was in the hospital last week, and they were like giving me my medicine, and she comes in and she'd have my pain medicine, and she's like, here, I need you to take this and this and this, and I'm like, what is that? And she's like, it's a stool softener, and I'm like, I don't want to take it. She's like, well, I need you to take it.
Medicine.
Huh?
You got to take that if you're on pain medicine because pain medicine will clog you up.
Well,
you were in the hospital last week?
And I told her, I was like, no, I don't want to take that one. And she's also trying to give me calcium, and they were like this big, huge calcium pills. I was like, I'm not taking either one of those. And she goes, well, you don't take calcium, but I need you to take the stool softener. And I was like, well, I don't really want to take the stool softener. And she's like, I know, but with the medicine you're on, you need to take it. So I was like, she just wasn't like giving up. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I took everything. I didn't take my stool softener. I took it and I put it in a napkin, and I was like, okay. Like, did you take it? I'm like, yup, I took it. So I was like, see, there's the cup. So then the next day she comes in again to give me my medicine, and she's like, okay, I got all your morning medicine. I'm like, all right. She goes to give it to me. I'm like, another one? She's like, yeah, I need you to take it. And I'm like, I was like, well, I don't really want to take it. And she's like, I need you to, and stuff. So I did the same thing. I was like, all right. When she turned around, I like put it in my hand. I'm like, okay. It's like, you took it? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I don't do that. I'm not having a problem going. I drink apple juice, and that helps me. I don't do well. I've been doing more fibrous foods and stuff, and that helps me.
Yeah. Have any of y'all had problem with gas since surgery?
Hello?
I'm just curious. It's like I just feel like
I'm a farting machine.
Okay, because I thought maybe it was just maybe it was the protein shakes I was drinking or what, because it was like if I sit there and I tilt one way, it's like just
I have a sign, like when people have like the like photographers, they have the light on the outside of the room, like where it's like, don't come in because it's in use, and whatever. I have a red and green light right outside my door, and so when I'm like, don't come in, enter at your own risk, yeah, it gets bad. Like, it's bad, and stuff. Or
even Garrett, he goes, man, he said, it's gotten worse since after surgery,
Hey, let's throw this out there, too. Let's talk about some of the crap that they tell you that you find out later on is that they're full of shit about.
Okay, like what?
Don't drink out of a straw. Your stomach will explode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They told me don't drink out of a straw, right? And I'm like, that's the only way I can really drink, right? And so I talked to my nurse practitioner, and she's like, she's like, I'm like, why can't I drink out of a straw? She's like, you can. And I said, well, why did they tell me not to? She's like, you know,
Scare tactic.
it's they try to, it's like there's not enough evidence for them to say that, you know, they say that a bunch of air fills up in your stomach and, you know, and stuff like that. But it's so not true. And so I asked her, she's like, there's not enough evidence. You can. And then I asked my dietitian, and she's like, well, I prefer you not to. And I'm like, but can you show me? Is there evidence? And she's like, well, no. And I'm like, well, you know. So, yeah.
I'll give you one from Mexico. My doctor told me if I ate too much, my stomach would stretch. I mean, if like I ate a whole egg.
It will.
No, he was telling me if I sat there and overate a whole egg, you know, when I went into my soft food phase, he's like, don't eat all of it. He said, eat a third of it. He said, because your stomach will stretch. It's like, it freaked me out. Remember, I called you. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to stretch my stomach. And you're like, no, you're not, Christy. No, you're not.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
takes a while.
can't. It takes a long time.
Yeah.
It takes a long time.
If you constantly overeat every single time you eat, like if you go back to eating the way you were before, like I would overeat almost every single meal. And I know that I was stretching my stomach bigger and bigger and bigger when I was big. But, you know, I talking on sleeve standards, when they give you your sleeve, they take the stretchy part of your stomach out and leave you with the thicker inner line, the inner part of it, which is harder to stretch out from what I've been told. They could have been telling me all wrong. I don't know. Do I know people who's had the sleeve that has stretched their sleeve out? I think so. They think they have. But it also could just be that their sleeve has relaxed. They have completely healed. I mean, I know after a while, you know, I realized, I could eat more and more. And I thought, oh my God, did I stretch my sleeve? Yeah. But no, the swelling had finally all went down, and it was actually the size that it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, it's a muscle. It's a muscle, so
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it
it's a muscle, so
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, you know, another thing that they tell you, don't eat bread, don't eat rice, don't eat pasta because it'll kill you. I mean, you'll stretch your stomach out, you'll do this. Your stomach will explode. Yada yada yada.
Now, I did try rice when we had our Thai food challenge, and let me tell you, it hurt like a bitch. I had about that much rice, and it hurt bad. I was like, nope, I won't do that.
You know, I can eat pasta, I can eat rice, I can eat bread. It's just in smaller portions, and I know when I do eat those foods, I do get fuller quicker. And I really think that they scare you into that because they don't want you to have carbs. They don't, you know, they want you to have protein.
Right.
But me being this far out and going through I'm wanting to lift weights and I want to bulk up some, tone up some, you have to have carbs in your diet.
Right.
Any bodybuilder will tell you you have to have carbs to help you build muscle.
Yeah.
It's not all protein. You need a balanced diet. I mean, I think they just tell you that just to scare you.
Yeah.
Because you know, you eat carbs, you're not going to get enough protein, or you know, which my opinion, I don't know. I could be full of shit myself. I don't know. Oh wait, no, I shit this morning, so I'm not full of shit. So.
And then another problem I'm having is the reflux from hell. Oh my God.
That is a common problem. Luckily, I didn't have reflux before surgery, and I don't have it now either.
I didn't have it before surgery, and it's like anything I eat and drink. Water could do it. Coffee does it. I mean, I'm still only working on a half a cup of coffee a day, and I used to be able to have 2 cups. And yeah, it's sad, and it's like it breaks my heart too, because it's like I mean, it hurts so bad. And Garrett's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Just that acid reflux kills me."
I
Yeah.
used to have it really, really bad. I used to have it
Let me have some more coffee.
really bad. My reflux used to be so awful, and it hurt. I would wake up in the middle of the night with like this acid that just came up into my throat, and it was extremely, it was like the worst. I had gastric bypass. I haven't had it since. I'm so thankful I haven't had it since. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have it, and it's terrible, you know. And thank God my mom's a nurse, because she goes, I'll get you something that's good. So it's like, you know, but it's been terrible. It's been like the worst thing ever. And it's funny because I can sit there and eat, you know, I'll make the kids dinner or something, and I'm so used to making a regular plate of food that it's like it hasn't dawned on me. I know you both have told me to get little plates or baby plates and baby spoons and stuff like that, and I haven't gotten done that yet. But it's funny. I make this big plate of food, and I take 2 bites, and I'm like, "Here, I'm done." And Garrett laughs at me. He's like, "Why do you waste it?"
yeah, you need to get smaller, just, you know, measure your food. I mean, how much food are you eating right now?
I can eat, let's say, if it's a chicken leg, I could eat half of a chicken leg, and then I'll have some vegetables. Vegetables are hard, but corn is really hard right now. Green beans, I'm doing okay with green beans, but corn is really hard. So
No, I wouldn't
You
do
know what
corn.
works great?
Don't do corn for a while, Christy.
Corn. No.
really,
I still don't eat much corn, and when I do, I eat cream corn.
really,
Don't do corn. Plus,
Yeah.
corn has
You
so
need
much
peas.
sugar.
no, Christy don't eat peas.
Peas
Yeah,
go
you
down real good.
Yeah, Christy, eat peas.
No, Christy's not gonna eat peas. You know, Christy ain't gonna eat peas. But all right,
But
so
yeah, I mean-
but the green beans, I like the green beans. The green beans are going. I got the French cut ones, so they go down really good. And then a piece of chicken. I'm telling you, I can eat a half of a chicken leg, and I'm full. You know. And then
Yeah.
Garrett will put pasta and then my vegetables and like a big spoon of everything, and I'm like, I eat 2
Measure.
ounces of it. Yeah, I'm like,
You need to measure. Right now, it's very crucial that you measure everything, you know. Have
That
little
cup measuring cup is your friend.
yeah,
you know what I would do is like, because I hate it always, like, I can never find the measuring cups, but you know, you can buy those little, like the Glad or whatever, the little containers with the lids.
yeah.
Buy the little half cup ones, you know, and stuff. And it's like, fill that up, and whatever doesn't fit in there, you know, then that's, you know, that's what you eat. And,
Yeah.
you know, do quarter cup, or half a cups, you know.
Get into tracking on my food and stuff, because I can tell you, I don't even know how much protein I have a day, because I have 2 protein shakes, breakfast and lunch, and then I have dinner, so I don't even know if I'm reaching my protein.
Well, I mean, you know, right now, especially you're very new, and I think that you really need to, that's stuff that you really need to keep track on. You know, your protein and your, you know, how much you need to measure stuff. Like, that's really important, you know.
And that's something that the doctors didn't really tell you, did they?
No, they didn't. They just told me to eat. They said after I finished my pureed and soft food stage, that I should be maxing at 100 grams of protein a day.
And it's possible. It is possible.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't do it often, but, you know, I can sit here and eat this bag of jerky. There's 11 grams of protein in it.
Yeah.
And there's 3 servings. I can eat this whole bag within a couple of hours. So that's, you know, 33 grams there.
Sorry,
Yeah.
monkey.
But, you know, it's... Hi, monkey! But yeah, I mean, they don't. I mean, they tell you, yeah, you need to get your protein in,
Right.
and then they tell you stop drinking shakes. I'm sorry, I still need shakes every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dietitian doesn't want me drinking shakes at all.
Yeah.
I mean, some people have to still have a shake to get it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've been having to do is drink 2 shakes. I'll try to do one for breakfast, one for lunch, and then it's like, and then I just, I get so stressed out during the daytime because you have the kids and everything else you're doing that I just forget to track, or think about how much protein am I having. I mean, it's just, when you have a busy life with, a stay-at-home mom, 3 kids, and it's like, and they're little kids, it's easier if you got older kids because it's not so chaotic, but, when you got this one here and then 2 other ones, it's like you forget to even,
Can I make a suggestion?
What?
In the mornings when you wake up, the house is quiet most mornings, right?
Try to be, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so or even the night before, like after everyone goes to bed, you could make, it's called, just meal plan. So, okay,
Yeah.
we're going to have this for dinner. So let me go ahead and track what, go ahead and put everything in. I'm going to have this for breakfast, this for dinner, this for lunch. Go ahead and plan out your day and go ahead and track it in so you know, and then that is what you eat.
Yeah.
And don't vary from it. And then if you do vary from it, at the end of the day, go back in and make the adjustments that you need to make.
Right. Yeah, I'll have to sit there and try that because right now it's just everything is just crazy. So, but we're running and we're actually out of time. I want to thank Alicia for being here today and congratulations on your 2 years.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
I really wish you would have told me you were having surgery.
Yeah, next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next week we have. Well, I was supposed to be. Oh, hang on a second. We just got a message from out there. Who did we get a message from? I was told to have a shake for the rest of Dennis was told to have a shake for the rest of his life per his surgeon told him that.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
I mean, see, and every surgeon is so different.
Yeah, everyone's different. Yeah.
And then let me go through these comments real quick since they're all Dennis. Dennis said, good to see you guys back on the show. Love you guys. He said, my surgeon wants me to have one shake for the rest of my life. Okay. And then he said, since I've had my surgery, I no longer take my acid reflux medicine. I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
So next week, I don't know who we have booked because I was supposed to be in Houston for the meet and greet, and it's not happening for me. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just not in their budget with this move. So I know we picked perfect time, huh, Michael? I'm sorry. I apologize. So it was supposed to be all of us there doing just a Google Hangout and talking. So we'll figure it out.
We'll still do that.
Yeah, actually, I think
will be at main event that night.
Yeah.
I will come on.
There you go.
Set up my table. And whoever's there, we will all just chit-chat.
There you go. Sit there and chit-chat with the Google Hangouts with the meet and greet. So.
Make sure my phone's charged before I go in.
Yep. Alicia, again, I want to thank you. Sorry we have
thanks for having me.
The show.
Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, thanks for having me and, and stuff. And I really appreciate it.
I'm going to go ahead and plug Alicia's channel. If for some odd reason that you're not subscribed to her, the main reason to subscribe to her is to come check me out on Monday nights.
God.
On Real Talk Food Network on Monday nights at 9 Eastern Standard Time, where I seem to be a second place person to Christy here lately.
Well, that's only because I'm not there.
Oh. Yeah, so you can see all 3 of us on Monday nights on Alicia's channel with Food Talk, Real Talk Food Network. And then we're back every Friday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So come check us out.
And I won't be at Walmart next week. I promise. I'll be at Main Event.
Yeah, so. But,
yeah, don't be trying to cook your meal at Walmart either this week, okay?
I'm going to go buy me a salad. We're having salad wars. I'm going to go buy me a salad.
No, you got to make your shit. Okay, you got to make it. Well, and Rob and Tina won't be here this week because they're visiting each other.
Yeah.
I don't know why they can't take an hour out of their visit and be on the show. I really don't.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And then I will be hosting the show because Alicia will be out this week, but she'll be back the next week. So.
Yeah.
Alicia, why don't who's our judges this week?
It's Lindsay and Brooke.
Why don't you just step in and be a judge this week?
I'm not a good
You can
judge.
sit there for an hour.
Well, I thought about just maybe coming on and just not cooking and just, coming on for an hour. You can do that.
You're doing great.
Yeah, I'm doing better than I thought I would.
I'll convince you over the weekend. Don't worry.
Okay. Because apparently Christy liked to have a lot of boo-boos when she starts. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. It's it was the first time hosting, and I was like, I was just like, I didn't know what to say and do.
The first thing I heard was shit. Someone said shit. I was like, oh my God, what a great way to start off the show.
Well, because Zen had her computer on because it was coming through as a repeat on her channel, so it was funny, yeah.
It was hilarious. I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah, so I had my bloopers for there, so I'm sure everybody got a kick out of that. But
oh yeah.
I'll make sure I say your shit or something this week.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Hey, guys, I love y'all.
And we love everybody.
Bye. Bye.